Wings of Fire, the Fanmade Audiobook, Chapter 6. That's not true, Sunny said. They wouldn't. They definitely would, Tsunami said. They'll do anything to think of it's right for the prophecy. The dragonets all looked at Glory, whose scales had gone pale green. Even her usual aloof expression was gone. She paced around Tsunami's rock column, lashing her tail. But we won't let them, Glory said, who was still panting and dripping icy water on the stone floor. Right, Tsunami, we'll stop them. You don't have to get involved, said Glory. This is my problem, not yours. How will you stop them? Tsunami asked Clay, ignoring her. Even all of you together are no match for Kestrel, especially with Dune helping her. And I can't do anything. She bared her teeth and snapped at her chain, pulling the one around her neck dangerously tight. So we escape, Clay said, just like you wanted. We need to get out of there and escape tonight. We escape. Tonight, right now. Escape? Sunny squeaked. Seriously, Glory said. Apple-red stripes flickered across her ruff like lightning. You don't have to do anything. I'm the one that doesn't fit in. I'll fight her or figure something out. Of course we have to figure something out, Clay said fiercely. If we escape that easily, we'd have done it already. Starflight pointed out. He stepped around Glory, stood up on his back legs and tapped on the boulder that blocked the entrance. This is the way out, and they have it rigged on a mechanism. Only the big dragons can move. They do? Starflight nodded. You know how Dune never leaves because he can't fly. He has a stone that fits in the slot. He tapped the grouped nick, or whatever, in the stone wall. He turned it in here to unlock something so that they can roll the boulder from the other side. There must be a lever or a switch to open it from out there. Clay felt like an idiot for trying so hard to roll the big rock for all these years. He never even noticed that Dune unlocked something before moving the boulder. He never thought twice about the oddly shaped stone that was always around the sand dragon's neck. So we can steal Dune's rock? Sunny suggested. Terrible idea, Glory said immediately. They'd catch us for sure, Starflight said to Sunny more kindly. Especially tonight, when they're already on high alert because of Marcia. Well, then what about the sky? Sunny asked. Is there any way to move the boulder without the rock? Tsunami interrupted her. Starflight shook his head. Only from the outside. It's impossible from here, believe me. I've thought about it. Maybe the sky? Sunny said. And we can force it? Clay asked Starflight. Even if we lean very hard? And we couldn't force it? Clay asked Starflight. Even if we lean very hard? Starflight shook his head as Glory said. This is all really sweet, guys, but you shouldn't get in trouble for me. Marcia likes the rest of you. Just let me handle myself. Stop that! Tsunami snapped at her. Acting like a Madiar won't, or whatever. Madiar won't stop us, or won't help us right now. Glory bristled. I'm not acting like a Madiar. I'm trying to make sure nobody gets killed for no reason. Besides you, Tsunami argued. It's fine if you get killed. Is it fine if you get killed for no reason? It doesn't matter. I'm not in the prophecy, so who cares what happens to me? I swear I'm going to kill you myself, Tsunami growled. Glory, she's trying to say we care, Clay interjected, in her usual gentle way. Guys, what about the sky hole? Sunny said in a rush, jumping into the brief pause of conversation. In the study room, will we just fly in and squeeze out? Oh, Sunny, don't be ridiculous, Tsunami said. It's way too small, Friend, we never fit, especially Clay. Maybe I might, Sunny said. I could climb out and then go around and open the boulder from the outside. Like Starflight said, right? And I can let you all out? Starflight brushed her wing and twined his tail around hers. Sunny hadn't even thought of escaping before today, and yet she was volunteering for the most dangerous part of it without any hesitation. It won't work, Starflight said. I'm sorry, Sunny. I've run through the hole, but no one was around. Me too, said Tsunami. Me too, said Rory. Clay felt slow. He sat below the sky hole off, watching the stars or the clouds or rain overhead. He never flown up or tried to climb out. Apparently, the other dragonets had thought out escape a lot more than he had. The hole's much smaller than you think, Starflight said to Star Sunny. I can barely fit my head through. There's not a way out. The minders wouldn't have left it there if it was, Roy said. He stopped next to the Tsunami, waves of dark wind pulsing on his ears and tail. They're too careful. There's no way to escape. There must be, Clay said desperately. He could feel time slipping away. Ketchel might come down to kill Gloria at any moment. He wouldn't care if they all saw her do it. You could tell that Tsunami was thinking hard. She kept looking like she wanted to say something, but then stopped herself. What if we try talking to them? Sunny offered hesitantly. Maybe you could convince them to let her go instead? Boris nodded. Nobody else answered. Sunny sighed, pressing her wings against her sides. You have an idea, I can tell. You've been working on an escape plan forever. She wound her talons around the chains, hissing. It's too dangerous. It was supposed to be me. He caught sideways and followed her eyes to the river. The river. They've only gone upstream into the Guardian's cave. Downstream, the river flowed from the main cavern along the tunnel into the battle cave, and then Clay had no idea where it went. The roof of the battle cave sank slower and lower until the river disappeared. Clay had never explored the underwater in the battle cave. He'd never wondered about where the river went, but of course Tsunami had. Do you know where the river goes? He asked. No, I mean, I've seen the gap in the wall, but it's even smaller than the one in the Guardian's cave. I have never been through in cave. I couldn't get that. But the river has to go somewhere. Can we get out that way? He asked. Not all of us should. Only me. And me, he said. She shook her head. Clay, you can't. We have no idea what's on the other side. You can only hold your breath for 1 hour. You could get trapped with no air and drown. And you can't see in the dark like me. You'd be swimming blind into who knows what. It has to be a ceiling, he goes. It has to be me. And even if you did get out, Starflight said, how will you find us again? How will you get back to this cave from the outside? Sky hole, Clay said, pouncing on an idea of his last. Pouncing on an idea of his own at last. You guys start a fire in the study room, and then I'll follow the smoke back to you. Then I'll know the entrance is nearby. When I find it, I can let you all out. Gore's eyes glinted. I think I'm like a few girls I like to burn. Clay grinned at the shocked expression of Starflight's face. Yeah, me too, he said. Throw the slug-like qualities of Mudwings on there and think of me. Stop joking about this, Tsunami cried. Clay, you can't go, and that's final. You will almost certainly die. But Gloria won't if I don't. He said, right? There's no other way. Tsunami growled and thrashed, her whole body straining against the chains. The heavy links pressed onto the scales of her neck, and she stopped with a cough. Wait, you won't be able to see the smoke until daylight, Sunny said worriedly. Won't Ketchel come for Glory before then? Clay's hopes dropped like a boulder in his stomach. Hadn't thought of that. He might not make it back in time. It might be all for nothing. Then Gloria smiled, and her scales shifted into a warm rosy pink. I know what to do. The Starflight's method. Act like a lump and hope no one notices you? Tsunami said sarcastically. Hey! Starflight protested. Exactly. Gloria said. She crouched down on the floor, slowly as the sun was eating her alive. Grays and browns and blacks crept over her scales. All her beautiful colors faded away. The shadows and crowds behind her appeared perfectly reproduced, as if the dragon nets were seeing right through her. She closed her eyes and vanished. "Wow," said Sunny. "I mean, I knew you could, but I never—" The guardians didn't know I could do this. They all jumped as the Gloria's voice came from the top of the stalagmite. As if it was a good thing we never studied reading after all. "I'll find a corner and hide. You don't even have to risk a river play. I could just stay like this." "For how long?" Starlight said. "Until you starve one of them? Catches you? Until you starve, or one of them catches you accidentally?" "Nana was right earlier, cousin. We need to get out of here as soon as we can." Sandy gave Tsunami an unhappy look. Why didn't anybody tell me?" she asked, but no one answered her. "All right," said Gloria with a sigh. Her green eyes appeared again, halfway across the cave, just looking straight at Clay. "Do what you want, as long as you're not doing it only for me. Stay out of the way until Clay comes back and get us." Clay felt the rose-pink color was rising up through his scales now. Gloria trusted him. She believed he could do this. He could save her. He could save all of them. He just had to survive the river first. And that is the chapter 6 of Wings of Fire Book 1. See you in the next video, even though, yes, see actually on Saturday. Because, last video, I was bored, so I made this video.